The call came while I was standing in the hotel lobby, watching a waiter polish the same glass for the third time. My phone vibrated once. Then again. I already knew who it was. "Don't come tonight," Dad said when I answered. His voice was low, rehearsed. The kind he used when he wanted something ugly to sound reasonable. "Your brother's in-laws are particular." The marble floor reflected my face back at me, calm, neutral, presentable. "You'll embarrass us," he added, like he was stating the weather. "They're elite. Old money. Please don't ruin this." I didn't respond. Silence has weight when you let it hang long enough. "We'll explain later," he said, and hung up. Behind the reception desk, a framed photograph caught my eye, black and white, a younger version of me, standing beside a man whose face the world knew. A gala, a charity auction, my name etched into the brass plate beneath it. The concierge noticed my stare. "Oh," he said, smiling. "That's you, isn't it?" I felt something cold settle behind my ribs. "Yes," I said, "it is." They told everyone I was busy, that I lived abroad, that I was complicated. That was the word my mother used, complicated, as if my existence required footnotes. Growing up, I was the mistake that refused to stay small. I didn't fit into their polished dinners or their carefully curated circle. I asked questions, I left. I built a life that didn't include them, and they never forgave me for succeeding without permission. When my brother announced his engagement to a billionaire heir, the family narrative tightened like a noose. Appearances mattered now, bloodlines, image, and I was a liability. "Just this once," Mom had said earlier that week, voice syrupy with false concern. "It's important for your brother. You understand, right?" I did, perfectly. I understood that love in my family was conditional, that pride only flowed upward, that I was useful only when invisible. What they didn't know, what they never bothered to ask, was who I had become. I didn't crash the party. That would have been crude. Instead, I waited. The New Year's gala unfolded in the private ballroom upstairs. Crystal chandeliers, whispered laughter. People whose wealth insulated them from consequence. I watched through glass as my parents floated, smiling too hard. My brother stood straighter than I'd ever seen him, arm looped through his fiancée's, basking in borrowed status. I felt the familiar tug of something old. Not jealousy, grief. Then the doors opened. The in-laws arrived late. The patriarch paused the moment he stepped inside. His eyes scanned the room, distracted, searching. Then they landed on me. Through the glass, recognition hit him like muscle memory. He smiled, slowly, widely, and pointed. "What?" They asked for me by name. The music didn't stop, but the room did. Conversations faltered. My mother's face drained of color. Dad's smile collapsed into something brittle and panicked. I walked in calmly, coat still on. "Happy New Year," I said. The heir's mother took my hands in both of hers. "We were wondering if you'd be here," she said warmly. "After all, your foundation underwrote half this event." My brother stared at me like he was seeing a ghost assembled incorrectly. Dad tried to laugh. "There must be some mistake." "There isn't," the patriarch said, cutting him off gently. "We know exactly who she is." He gestured to the walls. "The photographs, the plaques, my work, my name. You never mentioned she was family," he added, eyes narrowing. "Why is that?" Silence swallowed the room. I didn't look at my parents. There was nothing left to see. Later, when the guests were distracted by champagne and countdowns, Dad cornered me near the balcony. "You did this on purpose," he hissed. I met his eyes, calm, measured. "No," I said. "I respected your wishes. I didn't come." "But they recognize me anyway." His mouth opened, closed. For the first time in my life, he had no narrative prepared. Mom didn't speak. She just cried, quietly, as if that might undo years of strategic neglect. My brother avoided my gaze. He always had. I left before midnight. Outside, fireworks bloomed over the city, gold, white, indifferent. My phone buzzed with messages I didn't open, apologies, explanations, invitations rewritten too late. I walked away without responding. Some truths don't need forgiveness. They need distance. They wanted me invisible. Now they'll remember me every time they look at the walls.